This is OwlUp, where learning happens in minutes, not hours. For a deeper journey, explore all our courses at owlup.co. Now, let's dive in. Welcome back to Chapter 4 of The Art of Critical Thinking Through Philosophy. In today's episode, titled How to Structure a Sound Argument, we're going to break down the essential components that make an argument not just good, but sound. Get ready to sharpen your reasoning skills as we explore how to build arguments that truly stand up to scrutiny. Let's dive in. About half the arguments people find convincing fall apart the moment you write them down. In a meeting, a friend swears their plan logically follows. On social media, a post destroys the other side. Today, you'll learn why most of those claims quietly fail. A 2019 Stanford study found something striking. Students who practiced argument mapping boosted their critical thinking scores by 44%. Not by reading more, but by drawing arguments out, premises, links, conclusions, so the structure became unmistakable. That's the shift we're making now, from reacting to arguments to deliberately building them. In this episode, you'll see what strong thinkers quietly do before they speak. They choose premises that can be checked, connect them with a clear logical move, and ask whether the conclusion truly earns its way out of those starting points. We'll look at how a Supreme Court opinion routinely lays out 4 to 6 explicit premises before each major holding, and why online discussions in one PNAS study became 38% more persuasive when people simply stated their warrants instead of leaving them implied. Here's where we turn that abstract structure into something you can actually do on paper or on screen. Start by shrinking your claim until it fits in a single, precise sentence. Then, work backward. Ask, what 3 to 7 concrete facts would a skeptical but fair opponent let me assume? Those become your starting lines. In a policy memo, that might mean citing 2 to 3 data points, 1 legal constraint, and 1 cost estimate. In a team proposal, it could be 1 goal, 2 constraints, and 2 past results. Only then do you choose how to connect them: step-by-step deduction or carefully hedged induction. Step 1. Draft your conclusion as a single sentence, then freeze it. Write it at the bottom of the page. You're not allowed to change its wording until you've tested whether it's actually earned. This forces you to treat it as a hypothesis, not a foregone result. Step 2. Above that line, list the minimum support you'd need to feel uneasy about rejecting the conclusion. Be specific and countable. For a hiring decision, you might require 1. 2 pieces of performance evidence, 2. 1 cost estimate, 3. 1 risk scenario. For a policy choice, you might demand 1. 3 data points from independent sources, 2. 1 legal or technical constraint, 3. 1 explicit statement of values at stake. Step 3. Label each supporting line with its role. Use 3 quick tags: data, what the world is like; rule, how we treat such cases; bridge, why these facts matter for this conclusion. In the Carnegie Mellon study, adding such bridges, explicit because links, raised persuasion by 38%. Don't rely on your reader to infer them. Step 4. Choose your route. For decisions that allow no error, safety protocols, compliance, financial controls, lean as close to deductive as possible. If all tagged lines hold, the conclusion is forced. You might chain 3 to 5 short steps instead of 1 big leap, each with a numbered subconclusion. For messy, real-world judgments, mark your level of confidence numerically: 70% likely, over 90% given past cases, so others can see you're not smuggling in certainty. Step 5. Stress test from the top down. Attack each line with 3 questions. Is it actually true? Is it precise enough? Is it relevant to this conclusion? Cross out or rewrite any that fail. Many Supreme Court-style arguments lose 1 to 2 premises in this phase and replace them with stronger ones. Step 6. Only now revisit the conclusion. If you had to argue the opposite side using the same information, could a sharp critic get at least 1 plausible alternative? If yes, downgrade your claim from must to best available option, from proves to strongly suggests, or go back and strengthen the support. When you consistently walk this 6-step path, Sounds right slowly gives way to stands up. In practice, this structure is brutally clarifying. Take a product pitch. Conclusion: we should launch feature X in Q3. Support you decide you must have. 1. Data. In the last 12 months, 61% of churned users cited the missing capability feature X provides. 2. Data. A 6-week prototype test with 420 users increased retention in that cohort by 18%. 3. Rule. We prioritize roadmap items that lift retention by 10% in a measurable segment. 4. Bridge. Lifting retention in this segment by 10% is our fastest path to our annual revenue target. Notice what's missing. Vague, customers want this, or competitors have it. Those can't survive stress testing. If you add one more line, 5, cost risk, building X requires 2 engineers for 8 weeks and delays project Y by 3 weeks, you now have enough to argue for and against the same conclusion using only these 5 lines. That's where real judgment starts. By 2035, many hiring platforms and grant portals will require applicants to submit a brief, structured argument for key claims, often capped at 5 to 7 lines with labeled roles. Organizations already track decision quality. Expect managers to be rated on how often their written justifications hold up under audit. In practice, learning to build one tight, 150-word argument per week now is likely to compound into a career-long advantage. Your challenge this week: build one argument per day in under 120 words. Cap yourself at 3 to 5 lines, tag each as data, rule, or bridge, and rate your confidence, for example, 60%, 80%. By day 7, you'll have 7 mini opinions you can audit. Keep the 3 strongest. These are your templates for future decisions. This was OwlUp, your daily step forward. This series continues with more chapters on OwlUp.co. Visit OwlUp.co to access the complete course and continue your learning journey. See you there!